Hello everybody. Sorry I'm a bit late. Had some unexpected things to do, and hope everybody is well and doing okay, living righteously, and hope everything is good where you are. I know this world is pretty crazy at the moment. So we're into part 2 of this kind of revelation information that I've been working on for a little while, and hope you've all managed to make some sense of the first part that I did the other day. Sorry for the confusion in that video. Hopefully by the end of this one, you'll have all got the gist of how it's actually all come together. So without any more messing about, I shall say all praise to the Most High for this revelationary information that he's brought out, and we'll get into where we left off last time. So we will be going back over what we've already covered, and as you notice, I've underlined in black so it reads a bit more fluid, I should suppose is the right word. So we left off at this one, behold, number H 2009, Haina, and the next word, which is number H369, Genesis 2 verse 5, is where we find the next example of the Hebrew letter N in a word, and it's this word here, which is Ain, and the meaning of that word is something that's fatherless, infinite, innumerable, and can be classed as nothingness. You know, there's not really any root of it before that can be found before. So that is that word there. The next, I'm going to hopefully try and keep them in sequence and not make a mess of it like I did before the other time. So we'll put that back there and we'll go on to the next. Oops. Sorry about that. Oops. My camera's gone down now. Sorry about that. Now I just try and get my camera straight. I have to remember to try and move it down as we move down the video. So, next word. We've had that one before. Mine or min, number H4480, and it means a kind of creature from its own kind. Genesis chapter 2 verse 6. Next word is Phanai again, number H6440, which means appeared in front of or before. Then again, repeated again, is this word min or mine, depending on how we pronounce it. Same number again as this one, 4480. A kind of creature from its own kind, among us, with us, or from out of. That's what the meaning of that word is in the Hebrew Strong's description. Next word, number H5315, is nafash, which we've had before. And these words keep repeating all the way through, as you'll hopefully have gathered. A living creature, a being or a soul. Next word is this word here, gan, which means garden. In the King James Bible, the meaning of this word is garden. So it's number H1588, and it means a place where genetic things begin to grow. That's what it means. That's the meaning of a garden. Gan. A place where genetic things begin to grow. And you can check all this out for yourself. I've given you the numbers. Just go through. I use the Blue Letter Bible online, and you'll be able to see exactly where I've got this information from, and you can check it and double check and make your own minds up. But take it from me, it is what it is. Next word. Now this is the one that we've covered in a previous video that I did about the pleasure dome. So this is the actual Hebrew word for Eden. But as we know, there's no E in Hebrew. It's actually this word. And this word starting with this symbol, I. And it is an I. We haven't done this letter in the letter series yet, but I believe it's not very far away from where I am now. I think the next one I've got to do is the M, which you can see down here. Then I've got the N, and then it goes to the I think. So keep watching and this space for these following few letter videos that I'll be doing and putting up, hopefully. So this one, the number H5731, Aiden, and it means for pleasure, delight in gratification, and that's Genesis chapter 2 verse 8. Next word is the min one again, which we had further up, number 4480, which means from, out of, a kind of creature from its own kind, among and with. Next word is one that we haven't had before as yet, and it's this word, number H2530, which is Nashadam. Nashamad, sorry. Nashamad. And the meaning of that word is desire or lust. Genesis 2:9. Next word is this one, gan again, which as we know means garden from higher up there. Number 1588, a place where genetic things begin to grow. So the next one, I'll go back to the top. This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 10, where we have the next occurrence of the serpent seed, seedling, N letter in Hebrew, ancient Semitic Paleo-Hebrew. And it's number 5104. And this is the word Nahar. Nahar, reading from right to left, always. And that means river. Now I'm going to read through my Hallelujah scriptures in a moment when I read through this, so hopefully you'll get a grasp of where these words actually occur in the word when we actually read in English or Western language that we understand. So this word, Nahar, river, means a life-giving water, a river or a flood. It's all about water, basically. And it's the first occurrence of the 4 rivers that run out of Eden. The next word is the Eden one again, or Aden, Adan, for pleasure, delight in gratification. Again, Genesis 2, verse 10. Next one is the garden again, the Gan word, H1588, a place where genetic things begin to grow. Genesis 2, BaraShyt 2:10. Next one. Sorry if I'm going too fast, but I'm just trying to sort of keep it all flowing so people don't get sort of lost or something. This next word is the name of the first river that runs out of Aden or Eden, the garden. Fishun, Fishun, or Pishun, some would say. It's number H6376. And those of you who are into all the numbers would, I know Many Fish and Casey is all about the numbers, but Many Fish kind of brings up a lot of these Hebrew Strong's numbers, and those of you who subscribe to him and watch his videos will know how important the numbers are. It's all about the numbers. Anybody who is just reading the Bible in terms of a story that you think you're going to be saved by just reading the Western versions that you're reading now, that they've conveyor belted out since they began to reproduce things and corrupt things. And it's not going to help you, I don't think. I may be wrong, but from what I've seen of all of these numbers and the meanings behind the words and the Ruach HaKodesh working the way it does, this stuff has been deliberately hidden for a reason. So there's that anyway. So this one, Pishun, the first river, means to be increased. Next word is this one, number H68, Aban. Aban. And that means a stone or a building block. Something you build with, a building block. So, next one is a repeat of the second river, or a repeat of the word river, Nehar, but this time it's describing the second river when we read through that. And it's a life-giving water, a river, a flood, from Genesis 2, verse 13. Got to remember to keep moving the camera down so that you don't all get left behind. This one again that we've had before, Shani or Shani, number H8145, which means another, a second time, or something that happens again. This one here is the next word. I think I forgot to write in the Strong's number for that for some strange reason. Oops, sorry. The sheets fell down. Excuse me. I shall just see if I can consult my thing just to give you the number for that. Kishon, where is that one? Kishon. Can't actually find the number for that one, I don't think. I'll just have to position my camera there a moment while I just consult my thing. Kishon. Right, it's number H1521. So 1521 was this one, Gishun, and that means bursting forth. And this is all going to make sense when we read it from the beginning to the end. Next word is the third mention of the third river coming out of Eden, or Aden, as it's correctly spelt, up there, where it was up there. And that's the Nehar word again, H5104, which means a life-giving water, a flood or a river. Now, I think that is as far as I've got. So now what we're going to do, while I arrange my things, I'm just going to put the screen back on that for a moment. So bear with me, because I want to get them all in the right order. so it all flows nicely, like the 4 rivers running out of Eden. I'm sorry, I'm not able to actually check the live chat or the keep up with what you guys are talking about, and that I may try and do that afterwards, just for a little bit, just to see if there's any thoughts and questions. I'm going to try and hook up with Casey if I can. I know he's been having issues with the Hangout. I don't know whether that's his end or whether it's like I'm not going to use the word global, but I don't know whether any of you have heard, those of you who are in the UK will know we have a radio station called Classic FM, and I listen to it while I'm tilling the ground, doing my gardening work, and it makes me laugh because they, when the news broadcast comes on, they broadcast from global news, and it always makes me laugh because they love pushing this global agenda. They even call their news channel Global News. That makes me laugh so much. Fools. They'll find out soon enough, I'm sure enough. Hopeful of that. Right. So, we're back again. So, we're back at the beginning. So, now we're going to read through. Hopefully it's going to make more sense. Now, bearing in mind this word that we're looking at, the ancient paleo words from way back whenever that was, is, telling us the story that we should be able to gain some information from. It's not just a storybook for bedtime, it's a story of how one should live their life and gain their salvation back to the Father, Abba Father. And, this information that we're looking at here is well, it surprised me when it actually appeared. I've just got to grab my book. Hang on just a second. Right, back again. So I'm going to read through as we go. I might do that afterwards, actually. So we're going to read through as it actually comes, and you'll see I've underlined in with a black line so that it doesn't get too confusing, because I found that to give the full descriptive dictionary version of what the actual word could be interpreted as seems to sort of muddle everything. So I've picked out of the words the example that makes it all flow as we would read, as if we were reading an actual book today from the store or something, So, that's why I've done it like this, so that it doesn't get too confusing and people just, run out of patience or something like that. So anyway, here we go. I'll try and do my best. So, appeared, out of a time, space between, thus, another, a second time, thus, a creature, a species of kind, thus, a creature, out of a time, space between. Move that one down there. Go back up to there. A second, thus, another, again, small, little thing, was put, out of a time, space between. A living creature appeared. A dragon, serpent, monster. A living creature. A creature, a species of kind, which spreads to the extremities. A creature, a species of a kind, a living creature. A creature thus. A creature brought about a reproduction, an image, a vain show. A likeness, a female woman, behold, has given, delivered, brought about, in appearance, a living creature, being or soul. Thus, behold, look, fatherless, infinite, innumerable. A kind of creature from its own kind appeared among, from out of, a living creature, a place where genetic things begin to grow, for pleasure, delight in gratification, from out of, desire and lust, a place where genetic things begin to grow. A life-giving water, for pleasure, delight, a place where genetic things begin to grow, to be increased, a building block, a life-giving water, a flood or a river, another, a second time again, bursting forth, a life-giving water. Now that's as far as I've got so far. Now, what we have to remember is this is all about the mixing of the seed. You know, originally there was Adam, which was the forerunner of the line of David and Christ, and the blessed line. But when Hawa, Eve, had the run-in with the serpent and became pregnant with Cain, that was the mixing of the serpent seed, which hopefully we've just witnessed it being used in the original Paleo Hebrew words as they are used concurrently from the beginning of Genesis 1:1 up to Genesis 2:14. So, without doing any more work on that, I don't know what else I'm going to find if I go further on. I may find some more stuff, but who knows? I will still keep moving forward with that, and hopefully we'll discover more information that is all going to help us with our faith and our walk, because the days of messing about and playing at this is kind of, I think, getting shorter. I was going to read through and show you where they actually occur in the words that I've actually got written down here. I think I might do that, so bear with me on this. Let's put the camera back on, and you're going to have to move in a bit closer because it doesn't really show up too well. I don't know whether you can see that there. So this is Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, from nothing, Elohim made the heavens and formed the earth. There's no ends in that 1:1. The earth, land, became formless and empty, and darkness was on the face. See that one? That's the first mention of the little serpent there. Peniel. You can go back and check all these if you so desire to do that. This information has took me 7 months to try and get my head round and put into some sort of order, although it's in order anyway, but there's a lot to it. So That's the first mention that's on the face of the deep. Elohim was moving upon the face again. That's the second mention of that Pt2 word, of the waters, and said, or willed, Elohim, let become light to be, and light became. Elohim and saw that it was good. Divided Elohim from the light. There's another, that's the bin word, where the next mention of the little serpent comes along. Separated from the darkness. There's the next one. Darkness. Now we're in Genesis 1:5. And called Elohim the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, day, the first one. And said, or spoke, Elohim, sorry if I'm getting this camera messed up. Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it divide or separate from, there's that serpent again, the waters, and made Elohim the expanse, and separated from, next one, the waters, where under the expanse from the waters, there's another one, which were above the expanse, and it became so. There's another one. And called Elohim the expanse heaven, Shamayim. And it came to be evening, and it came to be morning, day, the second, Shani, the second. There's the serpent again. Genesis 1:9, or BaraShyt 1:9. And said, see, for anybody's information while we're reading this, and the Vav is this little symbol here, means and. If it's used on its own, just like that, it means and. Like we use the word and. It means added to, and, like mum and dad. Is mum with dad, for example. And said, spoke, or willed, Elohim, let the waters under the heavens into one place, become dry land, and it became so. And there's the next one down the bottom there. And this one here, there is only one mention of it down the bottom there, but we'll read through it. And called Elohim the dry land, the land, earth, Aretz, and the gathering together of the waters he called oceans, seas. And saw Elohim that it was good. And said, spoke Elohim, let bring forth on the earth, land, the grass, the plant that yields sows seed, trees, fruit of that yields fruit, according to its kind. There's the little serpent on the earth. Sorry about the camera wiggling around, but it's kind of uncomfortable and awkward sort of leaning over like this, but I don't know how else to do it really. But whose seed in itself upon the earth, and it became so. Another N. And brought forth the earth, the grass, the plant that yields seed, according to its kind. Another serpent. And the tree that yields fruit on the earth, whose seed in itself according to its kind. Another serpent. And saw Elohim that it was good. And there came to be evening. Sorry if it's dragging on, folks, but I think it's important to kind of detail all of this and list it down. And it became morning, day, the third, and said, willed, breathed, Elohim, let it come to be light in the expanse of heaven, or Shamayim, to separate or divide from, another serpent, the day from, which is another serpent, the night, and let them be for signs and appointed times, days and years. Another one with the serpent. That was in Genesis, BaraShyt 1:14. Now we're on 1:15. And let them be for lights in the expanse of the Shamayim, the heavens, to give light upon the earth, land, and it became so, another serpent. And made Elohim and two lights, great and a light greater to rule the day and the light lesser to rule the night. Another serpent. And the stars, and placed, another serpent, Elohim, the expanse, the heavens, light upon the earth, and to rule the day, the night, and separate from light, another serpent, from the darkness, another serpent, and saw Elohim that it was good, and there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, day, the fourth, and spoke, said, Elohim, let the waters, shoals of living creatures, things, and let birds, there's another serpent, fly above upon the earth, upon the face of, another serpent, the expanse of the heavens. And created Elohim sea creatures, great, and every living creature that lives, that moves. Now there's three different serpents there listed. 1, 2, 3. With which teemed the waters according to its kind. Another serpent. And every bird that's winged according to its kind. Another 2 serpents. And saw Elohim that it was good, and blessed Elohim, saying, bear fruit and increase, fill the waters in the seas, and let birds increase on the earth. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, day, the 5th. And spoke Elohim, bring forth the earth, living creatures according to its kind, livestock, another 2 serpents, creeping creatures, and beasts of the earth according to its kind. And it came to be so, and made Elohim the beast of the earth according to its kind, and livestock according to its kind, and every creature that creeps, according to its kind. And saw Elohim that it was good, and said, spoke or willed Elohim, and made Adam an image, Selim, a vain show, that according a likeness according to rule the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, the Shemaim, and over livestock, and over all the earth, and over all the creeping things that creep upon the earth. And created Elohim the man, Adam, in his image. In the image of Elohim created him, male, another serpent, and female created them. Blessed he them, Elohim, and said, spoke, breathed to them, be fruitful and increase, and fill the earth, and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over all creatures moving upon the earth. And said, breathed, spoke Elohim, behold, another serpent, I have given, another serpent, to you every plant that yields seed, which upon the face, another serpent, all the earth, and every tree which of fruit, tree that yields seed, are you to it shall be meat. And every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to every creeping thing upon the earth, in which breathe life, another serpent, a beast, every green plant is meat, and it became to be so. And saw Elohim all that he had made, and it came to be good. Very good. And it came to be evening, and it came to be morning, day the 6th. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed, and all completed Elohim the day the 7th, his work, which he had done, and he rested on the day the 7th from work, which he made. Elohim, the day the 7th, made holy, or kadushed, and rested from all his work, which in creating Elohim he had made. These births, generations of the heavens and the earth, when they were created, in that day made the Most High Elohim the heavens and every shrub of the field before it was yet on the earth. All plants of the field had yet sprung up, for not any rain had been sent. The Most High Elohim sent upon the earth man except to work, serve, and till the ground. And mist went up from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground, and formed the Most High Elohim the man out of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils breath of life, and there came to be man, a living being, alive. And the Most High Elohim in the garden in Eden to the east put there the man which he formed, and to grow Elohim out of the ground every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and good for meat. And with the tree of life in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge, which is death, death, of good and evil, and a river went out of pleasure to water the garden, and from there divided, and it became 4 heads. Name of the first is Pt2, that surrounds the entire land of the circle where there is gold, and gold of the land. That is good. There is bdellium, which is gum resin, stone, onyx stone, and the name of the river, the second, is Gishun, bursting forth, that surrounds the entire land of Kush, Ethiopia. And the name of the river, the third, is Chidakal, that goes toward the east, antiquity, Assyria, the river. The fourth. So that's it. My back's absolutely really pulling on my back. Oh, that's so uncomfortable. Well, sorry about that last bit. If anybody wants to sort of not watch that bit, then you're entirely free to do whatever you want. You know, just take what information you want from this and leave what you don't. I was just basically showing you that part there so that you can actually see where the actual N letter or symbol is actually running throughout that first 2 chapters. So with that being said, thanks for coming and watching, and I hope this increases your faith and belief in the word of the Most High, and that this serpent seed that we've all been talking about is actually a reality, I believe, and you know, how it's going to actually manifest itself in the physical world, I don't know, but I think it's all to do with a person's spirit, and whether they are righteous or unrighteous. I believe that that's what it comes down to, and I know the first time round in the Old Testament it was all about the uncleanness of nations and people, whether that actually carries on into this time that we're living in now. I'm not sure. I don't have all the answers. I'm just showing, presenting what I've been shown, and hopefully it's all going to help people. So that's about all I've got for you at the moment. I may see if Casey and me can figure out some sort of a live stream or hangout so that we can discuss this a bit more. I know once we get together, two heads are better than one, and he brings out things that I haven't spotted, and hopefully I can do the same sort of thing. So with that being said, thanks everybody. I'm a bit tired, and it's been a hard day, and I just wanted to get this presented anyway. So I'll hopefully be putting up another couple of videos, maybe the letter videos, carrying on in the alphabet. Got another couple of things that I'm working on, so if you all like what you've been watching and seeing, hopefully you'll stick around. And sorry it's dragged on for so long, but you know, go into the settings and buzz it forward if you need to. Watch the bits that you need to watch and buzz past the bits that you don't want to watch. That's all I can suggest. I may put that in the description. But anybody who just wants to watch can watch what they want to watch and leave what they don't. That being said, I'm going to leave you and keep living righteous, and shalom.